She was one of the most glamorous stars of the 1980s, a television queen who lit up screens around the world. But now, at 82 years old, Linda Evans is living a life that's shocking, surprising, and completely unlike the Hollywood image fans still remember. The way she spends her days now is something no one saw coming. Linda Evans first captured America's attention in the 1960s when she appeared in The Big Valley alongside Barbara Stanwyck. Her beauty, elegance, and quiet strength made her a standout, but it wasn't until the 1980s that she became a household name. Cast as Crystal Carrington in Dynasty, Evans embodied sophistication, grace, and resilience in a role that would make her an international icon. For nearly a decade, fans were captivated by her fiery clashes with Joan Collins' Alexis and her complicated love story with John Forsythe's Blake Carrington. At the height of her fame, Linda Evans was not just a television star, she was a symbol of glamour and power. But as her career soared, Evans began to feel the weight of fame. When Dynasty ended in 1989, she faced the same question many stars do after long-running success. What comes next? For Evans, the answer was unexpected. Instead of chasing more roles, she walked away from the spotlight almost entirely. She had spent decades living under Hollywood's intense glare, and now she longed for something quieter, something more authentic. That decision led her to a life very few would have predicted. Leaving behind Beverly Hills, designer gowns, and red carpet events, Linda Evans moved to a secluded property in Washington state. There, surrounded by nature, she reinvented herself. She became passionate about cooking, gardening, and living in harmony with the land. For someone who once embodied Hollywood excess, her new life was almost the opposite: simple, grounded, and deeply connected to the natural world. But don't mistake simplicity for boredom. At 82, Linda Evans lives with a freedom and independence that many would envy. She has embraced spirituality, self-care, and health, focusing on her mind, body, and spirit in ways she never could during her career. In interviews, she has admitted that aging in Hollywood was difficult, an industry that often discards women once they pass a certain age. But Evans rejected that pressure. She chose to define beauty and success on her own terms, saying she finds more joy in cooking for friends or walking through her garden than she ever did at Hollywood parties. Her love life, too, has been unconventional. Though she was married twice, including to actor John Derek, Linda Evans never settled into the traditional expectations of family life. Instead, she built her happiness around independence and close friendships. She often reflects fondly on her past romances, including her long and complicated relationship with musician Yanni, but says she is at peace being single now. What makes Linda Evans's life at 82 so crazy isn't wild parties or extravagant riches, it's the boldness of her choices. Few stars of her stature would dare to step away from fame at the peak of their career. Fewer still would trade it for a quiet cabin life far removed from the glitz of Hollywood. And yet, that's exactly what she did. Even today, she occasionally steps back into the public eye, whether through interviews, memoirs, or surprise appearances, reminding fans that the woman they once idolized still carries the same grace and charm. But for the most part, Linda Evans is content in her world of peace, self-discovery, and nature. In the end, her story is a lesson in reinvention. She proved that life after fame doesn't have to be tragic or lonely. Instead, it can be fulfilling, surprising, and even liberating. At 82, Linda Evans lives life on her own terms, and that might just be the craziest, boldest decision of all.